It's 1975 and Whina Cooper is 79 years old. She's about to start a 1,000-kilometre hikoi to Wellington.
Not one more acre of Maori land will be stolen!
This was known as the Māori Land March, and it's what she's probably most known for. But in reality, it was just the capstone on decades of leadership. A new film follows her life starting in the Hokianga protesting confiscated land.
It's Māori land, not yours!
And includes her work improving conditions for Māori women, as well as the historic hikoi. It stars James Rolliston, Rena Owen and Miriama McDowell.
This is how we will bring hope back to our people.
Let's get to work.
A tribute to an icon of Aotearoa, Te Whaea o Te Motu, the mother of the nation.
Please welcome Rena Owen. Such an honour to have you here in the studio, Rena. And I mean, what an incredible role. I can imagine you'd kind of go one of two ways when you hear you've got this job, like, yes, please, let me at it, or like, whoa, that's way too big.
It was absolutely, yes, please. I mean, I had the advantage of growing up north, and two things. Whina was the same age as my grandmother, and see, the cold is making my eyes and nose. That's how cold it is. If they turn into icicles, can somebody buy me a mince pie?
And then we'll catch them and freeze them and sell them on eBay.
Trade me.
Yeah, you've got to stick it in your pants yourself, mate.
So I knew Whina. Being Catholic, we'd always go up to Pangaru, and it was her and Pa Tate. And as I say, she was the same age as my grandmother. And so I know this kind of woman very well. And they were both women of the land. So it was always one of those roles, like Beth Eke. Actually, after I read the novel, I always thought if that book was ever made into a film, that is a role to die for. And I literally did die for her. But it was worth it. So, no, I knew when Matthew finally got the rights, thanks to the family who gave him the rights to make the movie, and he would just keep me in, you know, and then send me different drafts of the script. So I couldn't wait to do it, and I have to say it was a miracle that we got it even made, because we were in and out of lockdowns in different levels.
And just picking up on something you said there, you know, having actually known Dame Whina yourself as a young person, I mean, did you try and mimic her completely, or did you just grab the vibe and take the character?
You have to just really go for honouring the wairua, the spirit of the woman, because I could never look exactly like her. However, Irene Cooper, who was an executive producer on the production, and her muko, who's the very famous little girl in the photo, she was on set with us all the time. And in our camera test, she said, Rena, she said, when you smile, your smile goes, the corners of my mouth go upwards. She said with her nanny, her mouth went straight across.
Wow.
So if you look at all those photos of me, my mouth's like this.
What a taonga that is, a treasure to have that information.
It was absolutely, because it also gave me the whole jaw and that whole goat and that leading with the chin that leaders tend to do. If you watch leaders, they tend to lead with their chin.
Okay, I'll definitely write that.
Speaking of wairua and leadership, I just want to say, on behalf of everyone, I don't know if you're picking up, but you have got an incredible aura that is spreading all around us, I reckon.
Big time. Are you thinking about who's going to play you in the movie of your life when it comes around?
You know, I was thinking that because the challenge of this movie, like any biopic, for anyone who's had a big life, is which aspects of their story do you tell?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many more films we could make about Whina, so I thought I better hurry up and write that screenplay, I think. So then, because I've had such a big life, and Whina had a big life. We've all had big lives. We're in very privileged positions, and I think it is our obligation to share those blessings with others.
I think definitely in yours, your battle with addiction would be incredibly powerful.
That's a big story in itself, and unfortunately I've only got 3 minutes. So. If it's any consolation, Paddy, my first, and I think a lot of us here will relate to this, my very first therapist in 1985 said to me, Rena, there's very few human beings in this world who don't have one vice of some kind or another. It's the human condition, you know. It's Christian Stewart said it recently, we're pleasure sacks.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's an interesting...
Yeah.
I love it.
Weird way to put it, but I'm into it.
Yeah, now Whina opens in cinemas tomorrow, and please thank Rena Owen.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.